Hey guys, Soleman here. Welcome to Let's Play Terraria. This game was released 2-3 weeks ago on Steam, and ever since my friends recommended it to me, I have had a lot of fun with this game. So on that note, if you do not own this game, I highly recommend that you get it. So in essence, this game is to an extent a Minecraft clone, only it's in 2D and it's not really Minecraft. You'll kind of see what I mean by this once we actually get in-game, but I'll just put it like this: this game is definitely a lot more fun than Minecraft. So yeah, really worth a shot. As for what I'm doing here, this is going to be sort of a playthrough of the game, just kind of showing off a standard playthrough of the game, what items you might get. I will be trying to show off each area in the game, so from the highest points of the map to the lowest, from the left to the right. I will be trying to show off pretty much as much content as I can in what would you consider a average playthrough of the game. I'm not expecting to get every item in the game or max out all my stats, but in any case, I hope to at least make a decent playthrough of this game, one which at least informs you, the viewers, about this game, and hopefully will convince you to try this game out, because this is a hell lot of fun. So, moving on, I will take my nice little cursor here and put it over single player. Now, as you can see, I already got a character here, which has pretty much been set up with some of the better armor in the game and all the best weapons. But this is for multiplayer. For this solo campaign, I've already made a new character. He's completely unarmed. And for this Let's Play, I'm going to be using a small world, because while I could run a medium or a large world, the fact is, in a small world, all the supplies will be gathered together in one place. You see, the larger the map, the more scattered the resources are. So, to one extent, you can either have a smaller world, which really isn't a lot to explore, but you'll find a lot more stuff. Or you can go with a large one, which will have a lot of environment, be a lot of fun to dig through, but it takes forever to navigate. And now, for that very reason, I'm actually going to go with a medium server, because, despite what I just said a second ago, I decided to choose medium just now, because small might be too small, actually. With a medium server, I'm at least guaranteed something of an adventure, I would say. You know, not too small to where it just doesn't really take much time at all, and yet large enough to, and yet small enough to where the resources won't be scattered absolutely everywhere. So as you can see, it's taking a while to create the world right now because, well, there's a lot of areas that go into it. If you didn't see it just then, it also said it was making the world evil, which is not good. But that will be something I will cover when we get to it. For now, let's save the world data, and let's get into it. I did select the right world, right? This is Let's Play, right? I don't know. I may have drifted up to the next one in line. I don't really know. I'm kind of scared now. I'm expecting to spawn somewhere. We'll know in a bit. Nope, this is a completely new world. Alright. So, like in Minecraft, we have a day-night system, which means our first priority is to, first off, use one of the weapons we already start with, the axe, a copper axe no less, to chop down as much wood as possible so we can start making a house. Now, this is really crucial to get a start on as soon as the game begins, because, well, long story short, you're gonna run out of time real fast. I don't know if the day cycle in this game is shorter than that of Minecraft, but it kind of feels like it, because if you're not paying too close attention, well, you'll just run out of time real fast. Speaking of time, I never even started my timer, so I have no idea how long I've been starting off already. Oh, and look, we got our first enemy of the game. It is a slime. A green slime, precisely. I think they have like 15 HP. Not too much, but yeah. A simple enough enemy, but they can still kick your ass pretty early on. That's the thing. The monsters in this game aren't hard, but they tend to swarm pretty easily. And gosh darn it, I'm getting texts all the time now. What the heck? I thought I would have resolved all this back when I left home and whatnot. But yeah, you start off with a pickaxe and a axe, so it really doesn't hurt to take care of them. Now, as you notice here, we have a little NPC character here, something Minecraft doesn't have unless you have a mod. And this guy is our guide. If you right-click him, he will give you all sorts of useful information to playing the game. That is to say, he'll help you build your first house and get you started. So, the reason why I'm using the pickaxe primarily as my weapon of choice at the moment is because holding down the left mouse, which is used to attack with it, or use it in general, allows you to keep swinging it. And this is the reason why I usually like using the pickaxe as just a general weapon. Because, well, the main issue with the, oh god, I can't think straight now. As we'll find out later, most weapons will not, have right-clicking on them. Well, no. I'll rephrase that better when I get that far. In any case, I just built us a pretty basic shelter. This will protect us from most of the monsters in the overworld for at least the time being. So now that I'm in a pretty safe position and I've gotten an adequate supply of wood, let's start working on crafting. So unlike Minecraft, we don't necessarily have a grid where we have to just lay our supplies out in nice little patterns. Instead, they simplify that by simply giving us a little crafting thing here when we open our inventory. By default, opening the inventory is the escape key, but I switched it to the I key. Take a good guess why, viewers. So in any case, the first thing we want to do is make a workbench here. And since we got a little bit of gel from those slimes, let's go ahead and make some torches, because those will be handy later on. Alright, so let's get ourselves a workbench set down. Alright, and now that we have a workbench set down, we can make new recipes. So basically, you will have access to every recipe in the game right away. However, in order to actually make the stuff, what you will have to do is you will be required to have the required materials to make the item and the proper settings for making it. For instance, I have enough wood to make a wooden sword, so the item will appear, but only if I am standing near the workbench. So let's go ahead and make a few items that will be really necessary for getting through this game. Let's first off move some of this stuff around. Acorns are like the saplings in Minecraft. You can use them to plant trees, which I will be doing soon enough because, well, you'll always need wood in this game. And here we have mushrooms, which is the first life recovery item we get in the game. Now, right now, we can get 20 restoration of life if we use it, but I'm going to save this because there is a better use for it later on. I'm also going to make a wooden hammer because this makes it easy, because of something we'll be doing here soon. Alright, so I'm also, basically what I'm doing right now, I'm pulling together all the supplies I'll need for a basic home. Which basically means table, chair, some wooden walls. Because one part of this game that Minecraft doesn't have is the creation of a home. And while that doesn't make sense right now, I will do what I can to explain it in a bit here. So right now what I'm doing, I just made back walls, which is something Minecraft, well, it did have, but long story short, we're working with a 2D game, so expect quite a few things to be different here. In this case, what I'm doing is I'm building a home. You see, the guide is considered an NPC. In fact, the first one who moves into your quote-quote town. And as you proceed through the game, more and more NPCs will move into this town. However, they will require a place to stay in order for them to remain there. And gosh darn it, if these stupid little blades of grass aren't getting in the stupid way. Huzzah! I put down a table now. And I will require this hammer in order to break certain stuff. You see, the hammer is like the item you will need to pick most stuff up in the game, and I didn't want to place it right there. I want to place it a little more to the left there. Yeah, that's about right. So to make a house, you need walls, quote-quote walls, like what we have right here. We need a back wall, in other words, make it look like a completely enclosed structure. For it to be considered a house, you also need a wooden door. In this case, I'm actually going to make 2, so that way I'll have a door on each side. And of course the slimes hold off until I start putting the actual door in. You need a table, a chair, walls, a door, and last but not least, an internal light source. And that part is really crucial, because otherwise, so in any case, we now have a home for our nice little guide here. It's a little crude, but it'll do the job. And as you can see, he's getting his ass kicked by these slimes, because as of the last update, they actually made the guide vulnerable to slime damage, and actually all enemy damage. In my opinion, it's kind of stupid, because the guide, being a crucial character, really shouldn't be easy to kill like that, but, well, oh well. So now that we've secured ourselves at least a place to be able to rest for the night, let's actually go out now and start gathering supplies. For instance, a nice little supply of copper here. Alright, this ought to get us a nice little start here. So, like in Minecraft, we have all different types of ore and stuff. Although, unlike Minecraft, we have a pretty good jump height. I mean, look at this. Woo! We're like jumping twice our height or something like that. In any case, the major difference with this is that we have a 2x3 body or something like that. So it can make moving around a little bit awkward in Terraria. Woo, almost slipped up there. The monsters can also be a little relentless at times, especially when they spawn in huge numbers. Oh, trust me, the one slime here and there may not seem like much at the moment, but trust me, it's gonna pick up pace soon enough. This game is pretty well known for picking up a lot of pace really quickly. Alright, just gotta give it a moment here while I gather more stone. Oh, and I picked up a sunflower at the same time, too. Sunflowers are special. I won't say why at the moment, though, because, well, I'm gonna keep that a surprise for later. In any case, right now, my goal is to gather up as much stone as possible. Because, well, it's really good to have for a few purposes, such as what I'm going to be building next once I have enough of this stuff. I probably have more than enough at the moment as is. It's just I'm trying to get as much supplies as I can before nightfall, because, well, once night falls, we're going to kind of be locked down for the moment, since we're not that strong right now. Like in Minecraft, we sort of have a health bar system, although we have an option to actually increase it, but we'll have to wait until later to actually be able to do that. So, let me get out of this hole now. And one thing to note is that monsters get aggressive on you at night, and if you attack them. So, let's get into the safety of the house here. And you cannot attack through walls. That's not good. Let's just take out this slime so he won't bother me. And he did bother me. In fact, he actually hurt me. That's not good. Alright, but in any case, we got the supplies now we need for some more stuff. Let's make some more torches, because those are always needed. Let's move this sunflower out of the way. Now I can make a furnace, because I got the right supplies for it. So let's do that. Let's also move this stone up here, because I'm going to be making an expansion on the house now, so I'll have room for the furnace. You're going to need to use a hammer to break down the door. Alright, place that there, and let's just make sure. Switch the sword real quickly and take out this slime, which has kicked my ass a little bit here. And let's hurry and erect a wall before night actually falls for good here. Alright, we should be good now. Let's just knock out this extra wood that I used by accident for the wall. Set up a light source again. Okay, so we have a nice little home here. And because we have a furnace, I can even now go ahead and smelt some of that copper I got into some copper bars. Not a lot at the moment, and we really can't even do much with them until later. Because of something else we will need, and for that we will need to find iron. Something I haven't really touched on yet is something that, because of the 2D aspect of this game, really makes this kind of fun. Let's first make sure I have plenty of them here. These are wood platforms. You can basically jump up through them, and if you press down, you can drop down through them. Alright, so my goal right now was just simply building a house so I could survive the night. Here we have our first nighttime enemy, the zombie. Simple enough to beat, but as you can see, my sword isn't doing a lot of damage to them, and these guys have like 45 HP. It takes a while to take them out. But as long as you have like a door or something, you can make quick work of them. These guys really aren't that hard, but be really careful, because they can actually kill you pretty quickly if you're not careful. In any case, they can't open doors, except in certain conditions. So, just be careful, and you shouldn't have to worry about it, as long as you got a proper house setup and everything. Heck, you could just have walls without doors, and you will be fine. I'd say the attacks sometimes let them get in a little closer than they probably should, but oh well. Yeah, let's just go ahead and see what I got here. Anyway, this other enemy over here, this is a demon eye. They have a flyer AI going on, which basically means they will fly at you and try to ram into you. But so long as you got something like what I got here going on, you really shouldn't have to worry too much about any of these enemies here. Oh, what was that I saw? Is that light? I better check it out. Oh, that's just the, oh god, get inside. Ooh. Yeah, you want to keep an eye out for light on the ground, especially at night, because of something very special that appears only at night, and you really want to hold on to when you find them. I won't explain what it is right now for the sake of surprise, but we'll find them soon enough. They're not hard to find, but it's just a little dangerous to go looking for them right now, unprotected and without much of anything to keep us from getting killed, you know? Alright, so right now I wouldn't mind killing a demon eye or two right now, for the sake of just saying I killed one. Of course, as you can tell, even with the best weapon we can make at the moment, being a wooden sword, we aren't killing these enemies very fast, which makes everything pretty lethal to us. Because the slower we are at killing them, the quicker they are at being able to kill us, or some silly metaphor like that. Okay. Alright, so I just killed a demon eye. Let's get back inside where it's safe. Did he drop anything good for me? No, he didn't. Darn. Well, what it is that the demon eyes are able to drop something called lenses. As of the last update, black lenses. If you have two of either type, you can make a particular type of glasses. The regular lenses can be made into goggles, which can be a temporary piece of armor for the helmet slot. Giving you +1 defense, which just basically means you take 1 less damage when you get hit. I'm not quite sure what the sunglasses do exactly, because, well, I haven't had a chance to make them yet. The update was only like today or yesterday or something like that, and this is the first time I played Terraria since. In any case, something you might be noticing that Minecraft doesn't have is an actual currency system. In this case, copper, silver, and, as we will find out later, gold and platinum coins. Now, the currency sort of follows what I'd like to call the standard MMO currency labeling, which is to say 100 copper coins is 1 silver coin, 100 silver coins is a gold coin, and it just goes up the chain like that. Alright, so my goal right now is to try to get 50 silver for tomorrow. Oh, hey, and one thing to note is that monsters will sometimes drop hearts. So if you can stay alive long enough, you can get your health. Let me. I can't speak now. If you wait around long enough and are careful enough with the monsters, you can recover any lost health simply by defeating them the old natural way. You don't have to use recovery items, which can be good if especially this early on, because really a mushroom's kind of a waste when you could just like kill a monster and recover just as much. Alright, speaking of which, let's actually see what else I can make here. Maybe I can make some new stuff here. No, I cannot. But yeah, that's what I meant. You can make 100 copper coins from a silver coin. So I'm already on a good way toward that 50 silver I was hoping for. And there's a reason why I want that 50 silver. You will see that soon enough. But right now, the priority is just surviving this first night. Once I survive this first night, I should be good to go for the next night. Really wish there was more to say. It's just that these nights are long and not really a lot to do during those nights because we're too busy hiding in our little wooden hut here. Alright, taking that guy out. Good. So yeah, this is basically what you want to do for your first night. You basically want to make sure you get enough wood to be able to make yourself a nice little wooden structure like this. I was lucky enough because I had a few tall trees pretty close to my starting location. Well, right on top of my starting location, actually. I was able to get some stone pretty quickly, so I got the furnace up and going already. Yeah, I'd say I had a pretty good start, despite the my fears of how scattered apart things might be, but yeah. Just make sure you have yourself a shelter on the first night, a weapon preferably, and you should be good to go. Closer to your starting point, the first house is perhaps the better, just because if you die, here's something that might actually blow your socks off. Unlike Minecraft, if you die, you lose almost nothing. The only thing you lose is currency. So, any money that you have will be lost on death. Well, half of it, actually. You lose half of each type of currency you have. So, it's not really that bad, especially if you have a lot of... If you have a lot of money on you, I suppose it's bad, but... in the long run, you really don't have to worry too much about death. It's not like you lose all your items, all your great weapons and items and all that. Because, well, most of this stuff you don't make. You have to find most of it for the most part. Like, right now I've made myself like a basic set of equipment and stuff like that. But a lot of the really good stuff you will have to find or get them as rare drops from certain enemies. And it's much too early in the game for any of that, so... we just gotta hope for the best here, and... in any case, the night's almost over. You can see the moon over there on the right, and it's almost all the way down now. I'm at least hoping to kill this demon eye and before the night's over, though. Taking a little bit of a jumpy risk here. Oh, see, these guys are really hard. Well, now I wouldn't say hard, but... oh, let's run away from the zombie. I can't help but feel there's more light here than there should be. I could be wrong, though. In any case, zombies are stupid. They do not jump. If they had an opportunity to jump, they usually won't take it unless they hit the edge of a ledge, like right there. Like, okay, let me better say that. Like, okay, watch there to the right. Okay, he didn't do it then, but usually when a zombie reaches the edge of a ledge, it will jump. In any case, zombies aren't really that hard once you get a decent weapon. Just make sure you have a good building is all I can say. Let's just kill this one last zombie, and that should be the end of the night. Which will be signified by the change in the music. Just gotta wait for the music. Also, you can stand on tables. And pass right through them by pressing down. So yeah, there's quite a few things like that, which you can stand on and then just like press down. Alright, and the change in music signifies that it's now daytime, which means that we can go exploring again without having to worry about monsters. Or at very least, the type that are actually going to try to actively kill us. Gotta be a little careful here because of the slime. Oh shit. That was a stupid move.